And Ken Kreitzer for Sons of American Legion Radio. We're at the Army-Navy Game Media Day. Have a chance to talk to two representatives of USAA, both Academy graduates, and David Evetts, who is a graduate of West Point, class of 2005, and Grant Moody, who is a graduate of the Naval Academy, 2003. Great to see you both, gentlemen. And why don't I start with Grant? Grant, just tell us a little bit about your time in the Navy and at Annapolis.
Yeah, obviously a great opportunity to attend the Naval Academy, to be able to play football there, but it was always about service for me, and I actually served in the Marine Corps as a Marine F18 pilot. 10 years. Active duty, deployments to Iraq, Afghanistan, and then got out in the summer of 13, spent a couple years at business school, and then was fortunate to get picked up at USAA. And, you know, I see it as a place where I can kind of continue my service to those who are serving.
Absolutely. How did you manage that transition from being a Marine Corps pilot, flying a very sophisticated jet, to the world of business?
Well, I think that, you know, when you're out there serving, there's a lot of intangibles that you have as a veteran, you know, as an officer, to be able to lead teams at a young age. I think that leadership experience, as well as obviously my MBA, coupled together, really helped me make that transition. And there's a huge support network at USA too, because I believe it's close to a third of all employees are either veterans or spouses of veterans. And so there's a huge support network there. And I think I had a lot of help and mentorship that got me through that transition.
Very good. What role do you have at USAA now?
So I'm in property insurance experience. So we try to improve the experience for our members in property insurance, and that covers all property products.
Very good. And David Evetts, who is a graduate of West Point, 05, a field artillery officer veteran. David, good to see you. Tell us, if you would, a little bit about your days at West Point and what you did in the U.S. Army.
Thanks. So I attended West Point from 2001 to 2005. I'm fortunate enough to play football there, and I was lucky enough to be selected to stay on as a coach for my first year. So the first job in the Army, being a football coach, is not a bad thing. And after that, I served 6 years as an artillery officer, most of my time in Germany, with the deployment to Baghdad in 2006, 2007.
Wow, well, thank you for your service to our country. And tell us, if you would, about how you made the transition from being in the military, in the Army, into your business career.
Sure thing. So when I got out in 2011, I was looking to join the right team, not try and find the perfect job. And there's no finer team than USAA. And I can say over the last 6 years, I haven't regretted that decision one bit. And the ability to serve and continue serving the military and their families has just been wonderful. Definitely an easy to get out of bed in the morning kind of job.
Absolutely. We spend as much time as we can on helping veterans find career opportunities. If there's a message you have for those leaving the military recently, I know the GI Bill has been a big benefit to them, but what are some of the keys for someone transitioning from the military to a civilian opportunity?
I think you hit on it a bit. I mean, part of it is knowing the benefits that you've earned through your service, and organizations like the American Legion are great resources to find those out. Also, really think about, what are the things that I'm good at in my previous jobs? What did I enjoy? And then find the right team that has those same set of values and the opportunity to really flex those muscles of the skills you learned while in the military.
Okay, I just want to let Grant tackle that question also. It's so important to recent veterans, all veterans, is how you move from the military, all the skills, things that you did that are very unique, leadership-oriented, to opportunities in business or other civilian careers.
Well, I think you need to really do your homework and have a plan. Some of the challenges I've seen is if, you know, you wake up and terminal leave expires, you know, and you're 60 days out from your transition, and you don't really have a plan. So I would urge veterans, 12, 18 months out, really dig around, do your homework, whether it's using your GI Bill benefits to go back to school, whether it's looking at internships or full-time opportunities, look at the different industries and spaces you may be interested in working, network, get on LinkedIn, have a professional profile. I think those things are all critical to having a successful transition.
Yes, I use LinkedIn all the time. It's a great resource. Now, Grant, we're going to open the floor to you on why Navy is going to beat Army a week from Saturday.
Well, clearly they're the better team, so I'm just going to expect that they're going to win next Saturday. No, it's going to be a great battle. Army-Navy is a special game. We respect those guys up at West Point, but we're going to get a win next weekend.
Okay, now we're going to let David get the last word on why Army is going to win its second game in a row against Navy.
Well, I think you've seen it throughout the whole season. The culture of Army football is right where it needs to be. And Coach Monken has the guys blocking, tackling, doing the basics and nailing the basics of blocking and tackling. And you've seen it play out through last season, and you've seen it play out even more this season. And like Grant mentioned, it's a wonderful game. Tune in, watch it, celebrate what makes this game so special, and go Army beat Navy.
Okay, well, we're just going to thank both representatives, David Evetts from an Army representative, and Grant Moody, a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. And I have to mention both of the captains here today from the Naval Academy are branching Marine Corps. And that's a special opportunity for them. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of everybody at the American Legion for your service to our country, both of you, and what USAA does to support veterans and the American Legion. So great to see you. This is Ken Kreitzer for Sons of American Legion Radio in Philadelphia at the Army-Navy Media Day.